Hi, video diary. I thought I would show you a little bit about my notebooks. And since my son died, I was just finishing up a notebook, which I'll show you, that represented maybe a year's worth of work of really intensive shedding. And there are other important things that go along with trying to learn something like playing bebop or any difficult skill that you have to go through a series of getting rid of other things in your life that are potentially holding you back, or you won't meet your goal. And for me, I had to make a decision a couple years ago when I wanted to start doing more intensive martial art training, and I wanted to learn both um, intensely in jazz and in flamenco. And either any one of those things is an entire dedication that needs just full focus. So I made a decision to to really dig into, I say jazz, but I mean just Western harmony, and knowing how to hear and play anything I wanna bring out of my mind. And once you've seen this demonstrated, you know what it is. And so I've been working towards that end, like clawing my way into a depth of fluidity with music that can only be done by eliminating, toxic relationships, eliminating extra stuff in your life, making plenty of time and focus, and then working really hard, many hours a day. I stopped writing the dates down. I realized of when I practice, because I realize I play every day. I don't think of it as like, did I practice today? I think of, did I live today? And for me, life is about playing the guitar, or a large portion of it, and that is a metaphor also for investigating. I think of it that way. Like the guitar isn't just the guitar, that instrument. It's it's a tool to view and to shape the world. Um, I've been in many gigs that I had where what I was playing was changing the entire vibe in the room. The entire emotional state of the room can be changed by the sound of something you do, or how you do it. So my notebooks look like this. And like I said, I haven't bought a notebook for weeks, and I've sort of been just like drifting. But I really like these sort of. I used like three of these smaller ones, um, and then this one was all I could find today. But I've decided it found me. I'm going to go with it. There's more pages by double, so I don't know what that means, but um, we'll see what the world has. So just a quick glimpse in here, and this is stuff I talked about to Forrest all the time. Like these are all the tunes that I was doing, I guess, for some gig up here. It's August 9, 1 year. 1 year, that was the set list. You'd be so nice to come home to, all the things you are, Stella, just friends. I've never been in love before. Here's tunes Jenny singing. That was a great show. I remember that. But I start putting, oh, Rick Stone was my teacher, and I hung out with him on his birthday and then didn't hear from him for a month. And he told me he had brain cancer. So Rick Stone passed away right then. Lock in opener, lock in rehearsal schedule, tell everybody, target the tunes. Just skipping ahead, work with Joe Giglio. Sophia's birthday. Talked with Forrest. Dinner with Sophia and Jenny. Fuck. Take a jazz workshop. This gentleman sat in. What's ahead? Just flipping. I hope I don't see anything weird. Bucas, Richard Bucas. My teacher as well. Studied with him. Worked with him. Great set of tunes here. Have You Met Miss Jones? Yesterday. Stella again. Ornithology. I Thought About You. It's a great tunes. Tunes I'm not able to enjoy yet. So I can see that over all this time, I was working on Sibelius, getting charting. Dentist proposal. That dentist might have been for Forrest. This was a little system I developed to handle 2/5s with abstract shapes. Some stuff. Tunes that I wrote, heads. Other musicians. I wonder if there's anything about Forrest in here. Forrest, my son, overdosed and passed away. Okay. Shit. Well, you can see that my notebook here was winding down. And to have it start with so much hope for myself and end with my son dying like this is there's not a word for it. I shut off his bank account today, and while I was basically crying into a napkin, the lady took about an hour to tie all of the strings together that he doesn't need me for anymore. So I'll just share with you what my new notebook says. I just wrote, we were both seekers of knowledge, truth, and pleasure. And we were. It's just that the way I went about seeking knowledge, truth, and pleasure were not risky enough to kill me. And my wife and I are reading the biography of God, forgetting her name, jazz singer. And everybody's hooked on heroin. Just everybody. White, black. And the dealers show up to every gig because they know you've been trying to avoid it.